All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Friday. Well, it's not the Friday night because we usually do it. I usually do my stream on the Friday night. Now it's going to be the Saturday pre-party show, I guess. So, welcome back to Prepping with Sarge. Today we're going to do a little off-topic chat. So, let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing. If you came here looking for my regular prepping content and you're not up for this, that's fine. Completely understand. If you hang on, I got a little echo. Content and you're not up for this, that's fine. Completely understand. If you hang on, I got a little echo. Content and you're not up for this, that's fine. Completely understand. All right, if you guys can check, just make sure your sound is off. If you've got a stream running in the background.
Yeah, my stuff is on
You guys
mute.
can check, just make sure your sound is off. If you've got a stream running in the background.
Yeah, my stuff is on
You guys
mute.
can check, just make sure your sound is off. If you've got a stream. Okay, I think I got it locked down. Sorry, I had a window open in the background. So that was me. All right. So if you're here for the regular prepping content, we're not doing that tonight. But if you run any kind of content at all, either on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or somewhere else, TikTok, and you're just interested in kind of learning a little bit about what we have discovered worked for us and what didn't work for us, and some tips and tricks along the way. And we're probably just gonna have a lot of fun because the five of us, and if Burpee Uncle Yoga makes it six of us. We're all friends. We've all been friends here for about 2 years. So we'll tell you a little bit about that, how it all got started, but we'll just kind of go around real quick to get things started here. So if you're here on my channel, you probably know me. My name is Sarge, and I'm on YouTube, obviously, Instagram, Twitter recently, kind of got on there, do all kinds of content related to prepping, survival, foraging, wilderness, survival, gardening, all kinds of things like that, food self-sufficiency. And I've been doing it. We all started around the same time, which was around the pandemic. Now, my channel is actually older than that, but I really wasn't uploading content until 2020. And so then in the process of, I think within the first 100 or so subscribers, I had met everybody that is going to be on the stream tonight. I think Move with Jen was the first one, and she kind of introduced me to a couple other people here. And then I think I met Celine through Brad, my BS Life. And it turned out she was actually already friends with everybody here too. And we had a couple other people who were trying to get in on this. Kevin X Conde, who can't make it, and Brad, my BS Life. If they pop into chat, we would love that. But if they don't, just know that we are thinking of them. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Celine, and then we're just going to go kind of around the clock here and just tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your content, please.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Sarge, for having all of us. This is so awesome being able to see everybody here and also see the people in the chat. So thanks everybody for being here. And please let me know if my video or audio cuts out at any point. But yeah, my name is Celine Ferocious. I started this channel in May of 2020 because I was bored out of my life. And I've been uploading mainly I started with some 30-day challenge videos. I did yoga and running and fitness challenges and all of that. And then I started sort of branching away and just filming things that I was interested in, things that are fun for me, things vlogging about everyday life. A little bit about me, I'm a musician in Boston. And so I do a lot of videos that are around sort of the I guess backstage, behind the scenes of being a professional musician and what an everyday day is like. I also work at a courier company, so sometimes I'm in the car driving around making deliveries, and those are always really fun to make, the little drive with me videos. I also work in the office as a dispatcher, and I also teach lessons. So I do a lot of things, and because I'm so busy, and I find, daily lives, I find daily lives of other people so interesting and fun to watch as well, that I kind of wanted to share my experiences and my life here with everybody. And it's been really fun to look back on the past 2 years and see what I was doing 2 years ago as compared to what I'm doing today. And ever since the pandemic rules, I guess, were lifted, it's been interesting to also see how other channels have kind of evolved. Because when I started my channel, I had 0 concerts, 0 gigs. I wasn't playing my instrument at all, except for teaching online, which was awful. And since then, like now that concerts and live performances have come back, I find a lot of joy in recording those and sharing those moments with you.
Awesome. Thank you. Daniela? Uh-oh. Yeah, we're having a mic issue. Static.
It sounds like there's like static or something that's like overriding.
I just put it to
We might cut you back. Go ahead. Go ahead. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you now. Good job.
Okay, it's because I had my headphones on. Sorry about that. It was
That's
fine
all right.
before when we tested it. So my name is Daniela Joy, and I run kind of like a fitness, wellness, mental health kind of channel. And I'm basically just documenting my journey to losing 100 pounds. I pretty much started my journey after having an injury post childbirth, and just no one could figure out what was wrong with me. And then I just decided to share my journey because there could be other people who can relate to injuries and having chronic pain, mental health, and all of that. So yeah, that's what my channel is about. I kind of took a break a few months ago because I ended up getting into a car accident. So now I'm recovering from that. That's fun, but it is what it is. Because when you go into situations like that, you really find a different part of yourself that you never thought was there. It's like it forces you to become stronger if you choose to. If you're determined to get better, then you'll get better. So I just kind of share my journey to inspire people that they can change their situation, that nothing's permanent in life. It will take time, it will be hard, but changes can happen and you can create the life you want.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, move with Jen. How you doing?
Oh, it's me. My bad. So, hey, Al, I'm Jen. So when I first started, I mean, like everybody, I kind of started with COVID and trying to find stuff to do. And honestly, I had wanted to teach yoga for pretty much a decade and just didn't. And so when we had the extra time, I was like, you know what? Now's my chance. I'm going to do it. And so that's kind of how my channel started. So I was doing a lot of fitness and yoga videos and stuff like that. And since then, I'm not as active on YouTube actually as I used to be. I used to run the channel with Dave, who's my partner, and we kind of burnt out actually, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And then, no, as in we burned out the channel, not him and I are still good. But yeah, so since then, this was actually kind of like the catalyst for me starting my own company and starting to branch off of social media. So I'm a little bit more consistent on Instagram. So if anybody wants to follow me on there, I try to post almost every day on there. And yeah, basically I do online yoga and I do personal growth programs and stuff like that. A lot of it's centered around mental health as well, because it's something that I've struggled through. I had a crazy ass career in technology and finance and business operations, and I left that in February. So it's been quite the journey for me. And I'm just so excited to see everybody here because I mean, I feel like we've all been on our own journeys and kind of just seeing how everybody's evolved over the last couple of years. And I don't know, it's just been wild times. So thanks for having me, Sarge.
Very welcome. And I'm glad you talked about the evolution, because I think we're going to kind of get into that too, that the journey that we started when we all got into this is evolving and becoming different for each of us. And for people who are watching and thinking about, maybe I want to start a YouTube channel, absolutely, I encourage everybody to give it a try, but be open to the possibility that you're creating a brand and that the brand will evolve where it needs to go. If you're thinking about it from a monetary standpoint, if you're thinking about just for fun, don't let anything stop you. If you're thinking about it for fun and wanting to create a business out of it, which is some of the stuff we're going to talk about tonight, be open to that your brand will take it in the direction that it needs to go. All right. And last, we got my friend, the Tattooed Ronin.
Hi, my name is Fu. I started my channel back the same time as everyone during the pandemic. That was back when the gyms were closed and there was so much negativity in the news. I just wanted an escape. Plus, you know, they took away the gym. That's like my one happy place. So I decided to start my channel, and I used like old workout clips that I had saved on my phone. My first video was showing people how to do one-arm push-ups and just different types of workouts there. Since the gyms were closed, I did a lot of DIY workouts. That's basically what I started doing, you know, just working out in my backyard. And it branched out to me doing different workout collaborations with other people. Then I learned how to do special effects, and that's how I added like special effects into my videos and made it into like a video game when we do our workouts and stuff. So I do different type of fitness vlogs. I'm also pretty active on Instagram. My Instagram page started in 2017, but my channel started during 2020. And yeah, that's basically it. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. I'm almost at 8,000 followers. It's
That's
the
awesome.
underscore immortal underscore society. It's just the immortal society with the underscore. And
Awesome.
yeah, thanks everyone. And yeah, we all became friends because we were content creator on YouTube and we all just support each other. And we've been in each other's videos before as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the key points I want people, if you're brand new to content creation or you're still kind of trying to get your legs under you, which for me, it took me a very long time to get my first 100. I think it was like 6 months to get my first 100 subscribers, and then it started to snowball for me. But one of the biggest takeaways for me was networking. Now, that's not the same thing. I want to differentiate this right from the get-go. It's not the same thing as sub for sub. You shouldn't do sub for sub. What's going to happen if you try to do that is, number one, YouTube picks up on it and they just take those subs away, those subscribers away from you the next day. So if you ever had that happen, that means that somebody signed up for your channel, watched less than 30 seconds of it, and then clicked subscribe and left. YouTube will take those away. What you want to do is be building friendships, which is why I wanted to pull everybody here together. We all started around the same time and supported each other and learned from each other. And we all started communicating off of YouTube pretty soon after that. And so I remember there was a period of time where I was sending messages to Fu and Jen regularly, like, hey, I tried this and it did pretty well. And then they would give me feedback. Okay, well, I'm doing this. And what do you think of this? And just kind of feeding off of each other and getting ideas of like, okay, don't do this. This bombs. It's a bad idea, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's a big learning process. And that networking piece of it is so huge for helping you stay motivated. So next question. Let's get right into the meat and potatoes. What advice would you give to a new content creator? Well, I just gave mine, which is network. Build a team of people that you can bounce ideas off of and support each other. Celine, what would be your best advice to a new content creator?
Yeah, so I agree with you that the connection is one of the most important parts. I have another YouTube channel that like no one really knows about. It's like all clarinet stuff, and I never interacted with anybody. Like nobody. Like I would answer like clarinet related questions, but I never followed anyone. I never had anybody like coming back religiously watching my videos. So with starting a new channel, like I just meeting all the people like in the comments and building communities. Like you said, you met me through BS Life, but I already knew everybody here. And like the merging of all these different communities, that's how you get people regularly coming back to your videos and making friendships with people in the comments and then going to their channels and watching their videos. And it starts to get a little bit difficult because eventually you're following so many people and it can get really hard to like give everyone an equal amount of support. So that's something that I've personally been struggling with, and I'm sure that all of you can also relate. So a lot of times I get behind, but then I catch up, and then I get behind again, and then I catch up. So and so that, and also just like video wise, having a regular sort of schedule. because having a schedule, then people know to look out for your videos, even if they have the bell on, because sometimes the bell doesn't work on YouTube. So like, when people know that you're posting, they can look out for that. It's like, oh, it's Wednesday, Celine's gonna post a video at some point today, and it's Sunday, and Celine's gonna have a premiere. Hint. And so I think that just like uploading regularly and forging those friendships and connections is probably the most important part of growing your actual community.
Okay, thank you. Daniela?
Yeah, that was great advice, Celine. I just want to further that. Consistency is key. Like when I was posting in the beginning, I would post at the same time every week, and I would like grow organically. Another thing that is really important is to just get better at making videos. I recently stumbled upon Mr. Beast. My son introduced me to him, and if you don't know who he is, he's probably going to take the prize for the most subscribed YouTuber. I think he will. And he just talks about just literally getting better at making videos. And in the beginning, answering all the comments, having a connection, and being consistent. And him, for example, what I noticed with Mr. Beast, Jimmy Donaldson, is that he posts all his videos at 2 o'clock on the same day, like all the time. Sunday at 2, you know there's going to be a main channel video coming out at some point, or his gaming channel, what have you. So consistency is key. Making relationships, like honest relationships, is also key. It's how I've been able to grow my channel, because I've gotten a few shout outs from 2 bigger YouTubers in the weight loss space, which I appreciate them both greatly, Beatrice Caruso and Louisa's journey. So yeah, that's how you grow, is the connections, consistency, and please don't stress about analytics. Just enjoy the journey. Just, outdo yourself. Get better at making content. Get better at editing. Get faster at editing, and it will all fall into place. It takes time, so be patient.
Awesome. Jen?
Yeah, I'd probably just say have fun. So like I love what everybody's already said about community and about consistency, because I think those 2 things are absolutely critical, especially on YouTube. Because again, like if you have the community behind you and you're having your highs and your lows, you've got them that you can reach out to when, for example, YouTube kills half of your subscriber list because, they're bots and you didn't realize it, or whatever that may be. But honestly, I think it comes down to really having fun with the content that you're doing, and don't do content that you think you should be doing. Do the content that actually you enjoy doing, because that'll keep you consistent as well. And whatever you think you can do consistently, my advice, if I could look like half, back to where we were, half that. Like if you think you can do once a week, maybe try twice, like once every 2 weeks, and do that for a long, long period of time. And if and only if you kind of are really consistent with that, and that's not burdensome, then maybe you start going to weekly. Or if you think, you can do it 3 times a week, do once a week or something like that. Because what happens is if you get into the cycle of trying to do too much, then you just kind of get into burnout mode, and then you kind of forget why you're doing it in the first place. And that kills your consistency, it kills your energy, it kills so many things. So just try to have fun with it, because I think with YouTube specifically, and I think this is with social media in general, you're playing a long game here. So if you're trying to have a viral video in 3 months, I mean, I really hope to you that you can succeed at that. But the reality is the chance of doing that in 3 months is pretty slim. So if you can do it, awesome, but plan for the long game. So if you can, what can you do for years to come, and have fun doing it? And, that's how you're going to grow.
Good stuff. And by the way, I believe that Jen has the video that went most viral out of all of ours.
Yeah.
I will leave that up to you if you want to share that or not. Let's go to Fu.
We'll talk about that when we talk about trolling.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you guys touched base on most of it. Mainly stay consistent with what you're doing, and definitely get out of your comfort zone, learn and improve. Just like for me, when I first started video editing, I was just learning different things for the special effects, and I just kept at it until I got better and better and stuff. It's just a journey, you know. You just got to keep going, and you got to make sure you love what you're doing, because if you're just doing it because you think it's just some money, you're gonna get burned out really quick, and it's a grind, just like with anything. But if you love it, you'll improve just little by little and staying consistent.
Awesome. So I'm gonna jump off for a couple questions here, and I want to say hi to everybody in chat. There's so many names that have started around the same time as us, y'all. I see Jess Kaplan in there. Good to see you. I know Silver Scorpion started just around the same time as us too. Of course, I see a lot of preppers in the channel. Van City Prepper, Prepping by Faith. Thank you everybody for popping in. So I'm going to jump back here. Cold War Prepper had a question a little while back. Let me see if I can find it now. There we go. What is the one thing you believe that helped your channel the most? I've answered that. I'll reiterate friendships. If you try to go this, so I participate in a lot of online forums where people talk about like growing your social media and things like that. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see is people will upload a video and then log off YouTube and never get back on until they're ready to load up their other one. They're not interacting within their own niche at all. And then they say, well, how come I'm not growing? Because nobody in your niche knows who you are. You have to be active in your community. You have to be going to other people's live streams and things like that. Not have to, but it certainly helps. You can get very, very lucky and have the algorithm pick you up. But for the most part, that's a long shot. You're going to do more steady consistency if you're getting active, you're getting to know the other people, especially in your niche. Do you all want to add anything onto that?
No, I agree. You have to communicate and comment with other people. And it's key to actually go around and go to bigger YouTubers in your space. Like, you know, I've had a few comments under Greg Doucette's video where, you know, he's replied, people agreed. So yeah, that's something I got to start doing again, because I'm trying to get back into the swing of things and going out there and just commenting on other people's channels and watching their videos who are, you know, not necessarily the people you are subscribed to and have a relationship with, but trying to branch out. I think it's something I'm going to get doing. But yeah, it's so important. It's really crucial.
All right.
Yeah, the only thing I was going to add, Sarge, is just to reiterate, it's like friendships is everything. And I think with YouTube specifically, because like once you start seeing that the people that you're watching the videos, that they're like real people, and you know, they care about they care about their analytics too. You know, they're getting frustrated by these things too, and they're also trying to figure out how do they get their video quality up without spending $1 million. And you know, they have like the same things that you're feeling and going through. And there's something really inspiring and exciting about that. Like I found specifically with YouTube, I find YouTube, the people who take the time to actually create YouTube channels and consistently upload, there's nothing like that community online. Like the friendships that you can build are so deep. I mean, you know, I think it's a test of just like, you know, all of us coming together after, you know, some of us still are active on our channels, some of us aren't, some of us go through ebbs and flows with our channels, but we're still all friends at the end of the day and can reach out to each other when we need to. And so I just think there's something really special about having that kind of people behind you and support behind you, especially when you're growing and you're going through all those growing pains.
Absolutely. All right. Anybody else want to add to that one? You want me to take the next question? All right. Next question is, do you want YouTube to be your primary income? Why or why not? So I'll start. My intention was always to turn this into not just a way that I could, well, my first goal was I wanted to learn how to do some video editing. That was what got me started. But then when I started to get into it and realized, oh, I could actually turn this into a little bit of a side money, and while also talking about things that I enjoy and trying to help people learn stuff that I thought that I could share. So turning it into a primary income is certainly not my goal. If my channel suddenly got so big that became an option, it would be a nice problem to have, but I'm not really thinking like that right now. What about you all?
Yeah, I'm on the same boat with you, Sarge. I love doing YouTube. Even if I wasn't making any money, I'll still be doing it. Definitely see myself doing it no matter what. I would like to get to a point where I get some decent income from it, but it's not my primary objective. I enjoy it. I like making content, but I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket. I wouldn't want my whole income to be YouTube and something happened on my channel and then,
Absolutely. Anybody else? All right.
Yeah, I can jump in. I think that it would be cool. It would be very cool. But for me, it's my whole channel. It's not really about monetization. It's more of a creative outlet for me. And also to like learn, like you said, the tech side of things, like the editing. And I've just been having fun with it. Honestly, it's just another way that I can be creative outside of the several things that I'm doing on a daily basis between music and being a dispatcher and all of that. Yeah, and I think it would mean like if this was my primary income, it might mean that like I don't spend as much time doing music, but so like I always want music to be at the forefront of things. So that's why I said like it would be cool. But it's not necessarily something that I am trying to move toward.
Good.
For me personally, at first I just kind of wanted to connect with people, and then I saw the potential of it becoming a full-time resource. Would I like that to happen? Of course, that's the goal. Would I depend on YouTube entirely? No, I'm going to branch out and do multiple streams of income. But it would be nice because my passion in life is to truly help people in whatever way I can. Like, I just want to tell people who struggle with overeating, BED. I don't know if I can say the word, but if you struggle with any disordered eating issues or just stress in your life, just to give people hope. And if I can tie those two together and make it an income and a business and actually genuinely helping people, I'd love to. Like, the goal is for me to get qualifications in becoming like a coach, like mental, something along that lines. I would love to do that, but I'm not there yet.
Awesome. And we're going to come back to the monetization piece here in a minute. Let's talk about trolls. So if you are doing any kind of content creation, whether it be on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or you've got your own private webpage that you blog out of or anything like that, you will eventually, if you get big enough, you will eventually start getting trolls. I am curious how the five of you deal with trolls, and have you had a big problem with it, or just like an occasional somebody coming in and making a ridiculous comment? Celine?
Yeah, so so mine is very occasional. I feel like I'm still small enough where like the trolls haven't quite found me yet. I've had people say like, I don't know, someone called me snobbish when I was reviewing Mozart in the Jungle, and they were like, you sound so snobbish and classical music isn't cringy. And I'm just, that was like the one thing where it's just like, oh, okay, all right. I get that I'm not everyone's cup of tea and I can be really sarcastic, but I didn't think I was snobbish. But yeah, so it's been like very, very infrequent. And ever since they like took away the dislike like count, I don't really know like if there have been other people not liking my videos or whatever. Like I said, I just kind of film what I want. But yeah, I haven't had any like direct like just like consistent trolling. And I would say like if that happens, like you just have to think of it like just make sure your mindset is on like, this is not a reflection of me, this is a reflection on this person. I think that that's really helpful in dealing with that kind of negativity.
All right,
Yeah,
Danielle?
you got it. You nailed it, Celine. For me personally, I deal with them infrequently. I haven't had a video blown up like Jen. I really want to hear because I know there's issues there. I've had it infrequently. Mainly people talking about my body in ways that are inappropriate. But whatever. It is what it is. Like, you just have to ignore it. You don't take it personally. You don't care. People will comment on the way you look. Like, I really don't care. I'm one to not care about those things because I'm my own biggest enemy. I'm the only one that can destroy myself. So it's all about, controlling that voice within. Like that Proverb says, like, if you can control that voice within, no one outside of you will harm you. So, yeah.
Awesome. Jen, have you had any trolls?
All right, so coming back to that video that Sarge was talking about, so I had one short that went like semi-viral, or I guess it technically did go viral. I think it has like, I don't know, like 1.5 million views or something. And honestly, it's like the stupidest video that I have on my
No, it
feed.
was
Like,
cute and clever.
it's like, it's me holding up a pan and pretending I've got a big booty, and it's like big booty. Anyway, it's like, it's so funny and also equally embarrassing. And I remember seeing some of that. That was the first experience I'd ever had with trolls, because I had so many people that like just hated that video, and like the thoughts that they had about me, of like what kind of person I must be and how smart I must be, and just like the amount of judgments against me in that video was just, it was pretty amazing and outrageous, actually. And the way that I chose to handle it is much like Celine and Danielle have said, like, you can't take it personally. You kind of just have to let it roll off you. And I also try to take that mind frame of like, one, I don't like people having power over me, so I try not to let what they say impact me. And if it does, it's more like, why did that ruffle me so much? Like, what was it that they said that is kind of there for me? And so I try to just kill them with kindness. So I actually wrote every single troll back, and I tried to be really kind to them, and I said, hey, I'm so sorry that you hate my video so much, or like, I'm so sorry that you think I'm a stupid blonde idiot, or whatever it was, like in the comment. And I'm like, I'm sorry that you feel like that. I'm like, I was trying to poke some fun, and here it was. And funny enough, I actually had a lot of people comment back positively. Like, they were like, oh, they kind of almost didn't realize that I must be a human. So that was kind of refreshing, I guess, in a way. Since then, I don't get a ton of trolls. Like, where I'll see it sometimes if I'm like boosting a post or something like that, and it's going to like a larger group. So I think if you're, you keep it small, typically it's your community that's seeing your stuff, so you may not see it. But as you're starting to like expand, that's where you start seeing it more. And I also think it's a good thing, actually, if you start seeing trolls, in a way, because it kind of shows that your videos are kind of like, they're creating emotion in people, and that's a good thing, because it means that what your content is interesting and it's invoking something and everything. So if you are experiencing it and you're having a hard time dealing with it, what I would advise is just, it's a good thing. You're creating some ruffles, you're creating some chaos, and that's never been a bad thing. So
yeah, and I remember when I'm just gonna throw in a little sidebar there. When that video took off, I think I messaged you on Instagram, and I was like, one of your videos is doing really well. And I just thought it was so cute and clever. But I think a lot of times when people are like, a lot of times it seems like the trolls are people who don't have channels, or it's their alt, and it's somebody who's jealous of your channel. Because if you click back to them, they always have no subscribers or anything like that, no content. So yeah, it's real easy to bash somebody else or make them feel bad when you've got nothing that they can fire back at.
totally. Or it's really easy to make comments like that when you're not constantly pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Like, if you're just sitting there watching TV and watching other people live their dreams, it's really easy to comment on why they're doing such a shit job, right?
Yep, exactly. All right, what about you, Fu? Have you had any trolls?
Yeah, I remember when Jen's video went viral. We're all so proud of her. She hit over 1 million. But yeah, definitely saw the trolls. But the more popular you become, there's gonna be some trolls there, but just don't take it personally. It's the internet. You can just brush it off. And you're right, Sarge. A lot of times it's people without subscribers or even a profile picture. Like on my Instagram, I get a lot of love, but every once in a blue moon, I would get like a random message, and it would be from someone without a real profile picture and stuff. And you could just brush it off, delete it, don't pay them no mind. And if you're getting trolls, that means you're doing something right. So yeah.
On the,
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Go ahead, Danielle. I'm sorry.
Say, on the topic of trolls, just made me realize something. I have a few friends who are bigger YouTubers, and I noticed with them, it's trolling, but it's not private. You will get other YouTubers doing reaction videos to your videos. Like April Lauren has that problem. I know Beatrice had that problem at one time. And that's an interesting concept. Like, none of us are at that point yet. Like, we will one day, God willing. But yeah, like dealing with that, like actual other people coming out and like critiquing your videos, like that's hard. But I think, like Jen said, you got to take it as a compliment, honestly, because that means you are at a point where people are going to talk about you because you're being spread out there. So honestly, just take the trolling as a compliment.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. The more you grow, you're eventually gonna have some people who are trying to knock you back down. So take it with a grain of salt. I agree with what everybody said here. Most of the time, what I do is I kill them with kindness, like Jen said. I've responded things like, "Oh, all right, well, I'm sorry my channel wasn't for you. Thanks for giving it a try. Appreciate it." And they pretty much never come back after that. I have heard other people say that, like, if you don't mind it, you can like ask them questions. Oh, what didn't you like about it? And they'll come back, which is going to get you another view. So in terms of the algorithm, it actually helps in some ways to have some people that are hateful. If you want that, I mean, it's up to you out there if you're watching this. I'm going to circle back to the monetization piece of it. So one thing that I'll throw out there is that the ad revenue, I think a lot of people, when they start off for YouTube, they want it, they want that ad revenue, and it is nice. I really appreciate it. I always love when people watch my ads and that kind of stuff. It does help me out. It helps me put money back into the channel. But I just want people out there who are watching this who may be curious to set realistic expectations. So this month here was my biggest month for ad revenue, and I made $75. And that was with, just to give you a ballpark idea, 800 minutes of watch time and about 16,000 views. So it's not anything that like you can pay your rent or mortgage with or anything like that, but I do appreciate it. What I would tell people as you're building your brand, I think Jen, you could probably speak to this one pretty good when we get to you. Think about other ways that you use your brand to make money if that's something that you're wanting to do, either to pay your bills or just keep it sustainable for yourself or that kind of thing. So affiliates, things like that, selling classes, things like that. I actually do pretty well with my affiliate links and brands that I've hooked up with and that kind of stuff. I actually think at this point I'm making more money with that than ad revenue. So there's definitely other ways to turn it into a business for yourself. And if that's something you like, it can help you keep it going in that you can put money back into your channel. But what about you, Celine? What do you think? Is there other ways that you can think of to about monetization or working with brands or anything like that? Have you had some of that experience yet?
So I actually haven't. I saw that this was a question that might be asked, and I'm actually looking forward to hearing what everybody else has to say about it so that I can learn as well. Because as of right now, I don't have, like, my channel's not monetized. I don't have any brand deals or affiliates, anything like that. And I know I probably speak for other people, even in the chat, which is like, I'd be really interested in looking into that. But like, for me, I never know like what's real and or if like this is a scam, because like I mean, I think we've all gotten those Instagram messages, which is like, hey, we want to send you stuff, and it's like, you're probably not real. So it's sort of like filtering that out, but I haven't actually like taken the step to get there yet. So I'm interested to hear what everybody else has to say about that.
Okay. Daniela?
For me personally, I got approached by 3 companies. It was at a time where super hectic in my life because I just returned to the trades. I am working with one company and they're just sending me products, and they've been waiting for this video for so long. I feel so bad because everything that happened with my life, I wasn't able to do anything. I got into a car accident dealing with a concussion. Concussion's basically having a chronic migraine. It's no joke. And I just got the video out, so I'm waiting for them to look at it and approve it. But like, I don't know if I'm into it, because you gotta make sure the video is in line with their views, and you gotta like critique. I know there's this big YouTuber in the weight loss community. What's her name? Michelle McDaniel. My thoughts will probably offend you. She doesn't do ad videos at all. She just promotes her own business on the side. She has like a protein donut company and everything. And she always says she doesn't do it because they expect all this from you and you don't want to be working back and forth with them. But yeah, I've never been in the point where a company has paid me money to actually talk about them. My channel's way too small for that. So I'm kind of getting companies that are like, oh, here's my product, and then you can offer a discount code. So yeah, like the video I have coming out, like I love the products, I believe in them and all that, but like the pressure is a lot, I think. I don't know. Oops, sorry, my speaker's talking. So yeah, I don't know. That's my experience with that. Fu, you've got a lot of experience on this, so I want to hear your. Oh, sorry, Jen.
Oh, we're gonna skip Jen? Or?
Yeah, let's go to Jen, and then we'll get Fu.
Clockwise. Oh no, that.
I know. It trips me out
Sorry.
too.
I want to hear Fu later, but Jen, go ahead.
It's all good. Fu, do you want to jump in first, and then I'll go in after?
Sure. Yeah, as far as brand deals, check your email. I'm so bad at checking my emails. I didn't notice there was other companies like months ago that would message me, but as far as brand deals, I'm not even monetized yet. I should be this month, but I do get small payment for different videos I do. I've done videos on Amazon, some for Instagram. It's not much. I mean, it's sometimes $20, $30. It's like gas money here and there. Like, I do it because I love making videos. I'm not at the point where I'm paying my mortgage with, these YouTube videos, but a lot of times companies would reach out to me. I think it's mainly because of my Instagram and YouTube as well. And they'll send me different things and they'll ask me to review it. And sometimes they'll do a payment. Sometimes it's like $20, $30, but it's something. I had better luck with Amazon affiliate links as well. And anyone could do that. When you do a video, just post a Amazon affiliate link. And anytime someone buys it, you get a cut. It's going to be a small cut, but it's still something, and it's really popular with unboxing or review videos. When people are searching for the item, they're thinking of purchasing. They'll watch your video. If they like it, they'll buy it. And I had a lot of luck with some of my resistance band videos. That's why I did so many of them, because some of them were really popular. And recently, a few weeks ago, I did a paid for review for this company on Amazon. They gave me a push-up bar to use, and I did a couple of videos for them. But yeah, check your email. But also, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. You shouldn't have to buy something first. There are definitely a lot of scammers out there as well. But yeah.
What do you think, Jen?
Yeah, so there's definitely tons of scammers out there. So I've done like all of it. So like there was a time where I was trying to figure out, okay, like how am I going to monetize this, but also how does this feel like authentic to me? So I actually made a decision in March that I wasn't going to do any more affiliates, and I wasn't really going to do any more sort of brand videos and stuff like that. And that was just more because I realized that I didn't really enjoy making that kind of content. And so Danielle, I totally feel what you feel, but like I've tried it all. So like I actually feel really humbled and blessed, because I actually had Gymshark reach out to me at one point and send me a whole outfit. Actually, they sent me a leggings and a bra, and I was like, oh my God, Gymshark is reaching out to me and asking me for this. Like, holy crap. So that was really cool. But I didn't get paid for it. I got free leggings and a free, sports bra out of it. I did actually get to a point where I was making a little bit of money off of doing videos. So I had like Jed North is paying me, I think they paid me like $100 Canadian to do a video just like on a review of one of the outfits. I didn't even post it online or anything. It was something they just wanted me to send to them so that they could use it in their own marketing stuff. So that was pretty cool. I also had a couple things where like I had Boot and Button pay me some money to do some reels for them and stuff like that. So I did a few of those. And so like you can definitely get brands to kind of pay you like actual money to do videos and stuff. But I find like for them to ask me to do that, I had already been working with them for a while. So like they had seen my stuff, I had been an affiliate with them for a little bit. They were sending me free stuff, and then I would sort of do content and stuff for them. And so it really just depends. You will get lots of messages of like, oh yeah, you should, buy this stuff, but like you just have to pay the shipping, or, if you have to pay, but you get like 80% off. So like anything like that, I would really steer clear from, because if a brand actually wants to work with you, they're going to make it really easy to work with them. Occasionally you might run into like another small brand that's trying to grow and maybe wants to do an affiliate with you. That's your decision if you want to support them and work with them and pay out of pocket. But like if your goal is to monetize and actually do stuff with brands and to like make money out of it, then in my head it's kind of like, why am I paying my money out of my own pocket to support this that I don't know if it's actually going to do anything? But there is tons of brands that will send like free stuff to you and stuff like that. So that's like a great way, I think, to get started with it and to see if you actually enjoy it. Because like if you actually like promoting the product and it's something that feels authentic for you and what you want to do, then it can be a really cool way to not only get more ideas for your channel for content, but like to kind of have fun with it. So the brand thing's really cool. The affiliate thing is really cool. So like you can do that with Amazon or with other different affiliates, and like you can actually make quite a bit of money from there, because again, you're promoting stuff that you actually believe in. And I find if you actually believe in it and you're doing a video on it, like people see the passion behind it. Whereas if you're kind of like, I don't know, like, look at this thing that I'm, don't really give a shit about, but here, buy it because it's cool and it's orange and it's whatever, then, people are kind of like, yeah, I don't think I want to buy that. Sounds boring. So I don't know. I think I had like a lot there, but I guess if I would leave you with anything is just do something that feels authentic for you. So if it feels authentic and you enjoy doing those review videos and that's fun for you, and let's say like, at one time I really loved getting free gym wear and stuff like that. That was really fun for me because it got me to try new things. It got me out of my comfort zone. But then I hit a point where it was like, this just isn't me anymore. Like I kind of outgrew it and it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I think it's knowing yourself enough to know if you actually enjoy that content or if you're just doing it for free stuff or you're doing it to make money. Because I think all those things are really different.
So I got a question here from Shy, and I think this will also kind of tie into what Celine was asking before. So so I get a lot of approaches too, and a lot of them are scammers. You definitely have to be careful. In fact, I know a channel who basically lost their channel because they thought they were downloading a contract to work with. And this is a smart person. I mean, it just looked really clever. And they ended up downloading something that gave the scammer access to their YouTube channel, and they basically lost everything. So please be careful. A couple tips for what I do is, number one, when I get approached, is I will go to the official website of whatever product that is contacting me. And first thing I'm looking for is like, does this even make sense for my niche, right? Like, because I get approached for all kinds of stuff that my audience is not going to be interested in. So it's right off the bat, that's going to be a no. If it's something I think they're going to be interested in, then I start looking at what are other people saying about this. If it's a garbage product, I'm not going to review it and I'm not going to show it on my channel if it breaks, after the first or second use. So I do a lot of research before I even respond back to them. And then when I do respond back to them, what I do is I will go to their official website through the contact us, and I'll send them a screenshot of the email that I got contacted with and say, is this legit or not? If they, they'll tell you, let's say, oh no, that's a scam, or no, we really do want to work with you. And so that makes it a little bit easier. But as far as like, I do recommend people to, everybody can do what they want with their stuff, but I try to stay on brand, and I try to stay with products that, like, if I'm talking about it on my channel, it's something that either I've already used and I believe in it, or I'm starting to use and I like its potential. And don't be afraid, as know your worth. I think Jen was kind of alluding to that. Like, if they're saying, oh, we want to work with you, you just have to pay for the shipping. No, know your worth. They're contacting you because you've got an audience and you're free advertising for them. So know that you have value, and don't be afraid to negotiate up. If they say, we want to give you a 5% commission or whatever, say, how about 10? You can get 5% through Amazon, so you don't even need them right off the bat. You know, so if you want to do better than the Amazon affiliate links, tell them, well, I could sell your product through an Amazon link at 5%. I like your product. I'd like to show it to my audience. Can you beat that? You know, don't be afraid to negotiate a little bit. That's you're putting in the work to put in a 10-minute video or whatever. And that, you know, as we all know, sometimes editing can take 8 hours for a 10-minute video. Celine's got those vlogs. I know how long those take to edit. And Fu with all his special effects, like I think you had one that took you 3 days to edit, right?
Oh yeah, that was the biggest video I did last year when I had all of us. Remember the end game video?
Yeah.
Where we all did like a push-up collaboration and stuff. Yeah, that took me a few days.
So it's not, you know, your time is worth something too. And if you're helping a company, they should appropriately reimburse you. So just know your value there. All right. So next question. This one's kind of a fun one. What's the best part about being a creator, and what's the hardest part about being a creator? Celine?
Oh, I have to go first. Okay, the best part about being a creator is kind of just reiterating things that I've already said. The community, finding a community of awesome people like the people that are here. I mean, it's hard to imagine that like we've been friends for 2 years and like we haven't even seen each other in real life. We're just here supporting each other, and also like I see the people in the chat too. Like many of them I've been friends with for years. I've actually seen Jess in real life. Jess and I hang out. But yeah, I would just say like the community and having a creative outlet just to like make kind of I guess making kind of just like videos that make me happy, and also like learning, like everything that I've learned on how to edit has been all self-taught. And if you go back and look, like please don't go back and look at my like earlier videos because like they're really bad, but it's kind of cool to see like how far I've come in terms of like editing skills and stuff like that. The hardest part about being a creator, I don't know. I've found, I guess, just like, oh, well, first of all, the upload times are ridiculous. Sometimes you're waiting like 2 hours for a video to upload, but that's not really an issue. But I would say just with me trying to stay consistent, I guess because I film so much of my life and what's happening, I always have something to film, but I can see where if somebody is in a specific niche or does a specific type of video, I could see just, like, well, what do I film next? I've already done this kind of video. I've never really been strapped for ideas because I just kind of film what happens. And sometimes like some weeks are more hectic than other weeks, but yeah, and I've personally for me, with staying with my upload schedule, like I went from doing 1 video a week to 2 videos a week. And for me, it helps to film everything on the early side and edit them and have them uploaded ready to go. So like you might see a video from me and it might be like this happened like a month ago, but no one really knows that. So just sort of like pre-filming and having things ready to go so that I'm not like last minute filming, editing, uploading. I like to stay ahead of that.
Awesome.
So yeah.
All right, Daniela.
Sure. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. It's what's the best part about being a creator, and what's the hardest part about being a creator?
The best part is reading the comments in my comment section, hearing like real life people, like real people saying that, hey, I'm going to do this challenge with you. Or, you inspired me to go get therapy help, or you inspired me to like get workouts in and eat healthier, or you inspired me to take care of myself. Like, I live for that. Like, that is what I live for, because like, I know how it is to be in a dark place. I'm still in a dark place. So like, if I can just shine light to other people, like that's a win. I already won. So that's like the best part. And the worst part of being a content creator is myself. what I mean by that is that your mind tends to focus on things that it shouldn't focus on. So I made myself kind of like a promise that, you know, when I come back, I'm not going to focus on subscriber numbers, because like I'm having this issue where my subscriber numbers just keep going down and down and down. I don't know why. I'm not going to worry about it, because I'm noticing the people who keep coming back. I see them and I'm like, they're still here. And some of them, you know, are like, they don't really have channels or anything. It's kind of like their private little thing. And I see them, I recognize the names, and that's like my biggest thing is myself. So I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm just gonna grow, just gonna get better at making videos because I love that process. And I'm not gonna worry about the analytics. I'm just gonna focus on the community I do have, because I'm so lucky to have the people I already have within my community. And of course the content creators I connected with, like the real ones. It's been, everyone on here is one of them. It's just been like amazing. I do have to catch up with some of you though, because I kind of fell off the face of the earth. But yeah,
don't you worry. We know what you've been dealing with. You're fine. Yeah. All right, Jen.
All right, so my answer is going to be the same for both, which is putting yourself out there. It's the best and the worst thing all at the same time. And it's the best thing, I find, because it's like you're constantly pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. You're learning, you're developing, you're like, just putting yourself out there in ways that, can be kind of scary and can be kind of vulnerable, let's say, depending on your content and stuff like that. And it's sometimes the worst part too, because you're like putting yourself out there. You do have doubts and you do wonder, like, is my content even reaching anybody? Like, why am I being so consistent? Like, does this actually matter? But as Daniela says, you have those moments where people, will reach out to you sometimes and say, hey, that video that you posted, like that actually really got me out of like a really crappy time, or, hey, I can really relate to you on this topic, and it's sometimes those moments, and especially when you're going through those like poor periods, because like we all go through them. You have your highs and you have your lows of everything in life and stuff like that. And so I find on the lows, it can be the hardest to stay consistent, and it can, to keep remembering why you're doing it. But again, like looking at all of that in one, what I'll leave you with is just, it is worth it. Every day of the week, it's always been worth it, even in the lows, because again, I think if you have a strong enough why of why you do it and you're having fun doing it, then it's easier to remember. But that is the hard part.
Awesome. All right, Pooh.
Yeah, just to bounce off what everyone already said, for me, it's like a creative outlet, and I like networking and becoming friends with other people who are, working on their own things, and just see your progress from how far you started since the beginning. Like for me, when I first started, I really didn't know how to edit videos, and I started improving. Now I'm doing special effects. And if you follow me on Instagram or any of my YouTube shorts, I go to a lot of Comic-Con conventions with my little brother, and I always add like some of the special effects I learned into my videos, and some of them take off pretty well. And the people that I meet at those conventions will end up following me on YouTube or Instagram and stuff. So I love that part of it. Plus adding my little brother into my videos, that's pretty cool too. I would say the downside is the burnout, just feeling burnout, feeling like there's always another video I gotta edit. And for me, there's always something new I have to learn, and I will compare my videos to like some of the other videos, and I'm like, damn, I need to get on that level. And just feeling burned out, but you just got to think, as long as you love what you're doing, any progress is good progress. And I try not to compare myself to others and stuff, but yeah.
I'm just curious, when you go to the conventions, has anybody recognized you yet?
Some people that follow me on Instagram go there. Yeah,
that's cool.
Well, my younger brother and I have been going to those conventions since like 2017, and we always dress up as Mortal Kombat characters. So they always run into us. We just change it up and stuff. But yeah, we've been going to convention. I'm sorry, since 2012, but we started dressing up as Mortal Kombat characters since like 2017, and people actually run into us. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I went to a gaming convention. This was a few years ago, and it was a bunch of YouTubers there who were like well known in this game. And so I was asking them, like, do you ever get recognized? And they said, most of them said, not when I go to the grocery store and things like that, but when I come to a thing like this, I can't walk down a hallway without like everybody knowing who I am. So I just thought that was kind of cool. Best and worst for me. So best part is definitely making the friendships. And I have obviously everybody here I feel very close with. There's probably like, by my guess, between 150 and 200 channels that I try to stay in touch with. Obviously, I can't watch everybody's every single video, but I try to stay up to like what are they working on their channel and that kind of stuff. And I really enjoy those friendships. It's nice. A lot of them I communicate with through email or some of them through DMs on either Twitter or Instagram. That's the best part. The hardest part is when time is crunched and you're really got to get a video out and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I've got to get to stay consistent with my schedule so that I've got something coming out at the same time. I don't have the time to edit this because family stuff's going on or whatever. And it is what it is. I think a good advice for anybody trying to get into this journey is don't let these are all good things to recommend, like staying consistent, things like that. But family always has to come first. So just try to remember that. And sometimes that balance gets tricky. Right. Let's see. I had a couple more questions, y'all. And if anybody has questions in chat, just remember, throw them up in caps. We're getting closer to the end here. I would like to know what are your goals for 2023? Celine?
To just keep doing what I'm doing and growing and like just getting better at editing. I feel like I've got a pretty good handle on creating a story in my videos. And so I'm just trying out like different ways of, Jess, I totally relate to that. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, just always getting better at the editing aspect, the filming aspect, figuring out what I want to film on instead. Like, as I do film on my phone. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. It's the best quality camera that I have. It's been working pretty well for me. So I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing and checking out more and more channels and making those connections.
Okay. Daniela?
For me, I was going to say, Celine, I also film on my phone too. I do back and forth between my phone and my DSLR. But I was going to say earlier, Sarge, that it's so important to not neglect your family and your own mental health, because you hear so many stories about big YouTubers burning out and they just disappear for a year and then they come back. So it's really important that you take care of yourself first. So goals for 2023. Wow. I had a subscriber number goal and I was like, no, you know what? My goal is to stay consistent in my upload every week from here on to the end of 2023. Right now I'm doing 2 videos a week. It seems to be working. And just to get better with editing, just staying consistent and getting better with editing and getting faster with editing. Those are the key, because I think the subscriber growth will come with the consistency. So yeah, those are my goals for 2023. And yeah, hopefully by next year, maybe I'll be prepping for, the goal is personally to prep for my first bodybuilding show. So we'll see how that works. We'll see how that works out. That would be so cool if I could actually join the bodybuilding community, whether it be in wellness or bikini. It probably won't be bikini. It'll probably be wellness or one of the other more muscular categories, because that's just how I'm built. So yeah, that would be my goal.
That's awesome. Very cool. How about you, Jen?
All right. So in terms of YouTube, honestly, my goal would probably just be to be consistent, because I think I finally posted a video. It was like a short, maybe a couple of weeks ago. But before that, like, I haven't done real videos in a while. So it'd be nice to get into some kind of a rhythm again. So Dave and I have been kind of talking about that and trying to figure out how we could do it. So that would be one. But if I was talking about like Move with Jen as a whole, the goal is really just to keep growing the business. So for me, it's just keep kind of growing the people that are coming to my online yoga classes. It's continuing to run these group coaching programs, which are super fun, and have some one-on-one clients and stuff like that. So just keep kind of building that out, and then using YouTube as a way to just keep building that. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for the super chat, Bacon. You rock. Appreciate that. Fu, what you got?
Basically, goals. Keep doing what I love, and I do want to do a lot of collaborations with other people, especially a lot of other cosplayers that follow me. I want to do like some versus video. I want to go somewhere really cool, like, you know, with a nice background, some woods, and do like some versus fight videos. But I'm gonna add like my special effects into it. A lot of stuff. Yeah, I just want to tie it in to different things like my fitness, but I also love cosplay, anime, gaming. So just, you know, keep going from there. Sorry, I was trying to reply to a text, so kind of.
Oh, you're fine. So I had a couple questions here. So goals for me. So one of the goals that I was going to do this year was I was going to do some content on archery. Money got a little bit tight because of inflation, and so we had to adjust our budget here a little bit. So that's probably going to get rolled into 2023. I'm just connecting with people. I'm going to an event here in Georgia, in next state over, in November, called Georgia Bushcraft, which is one of the biggest like survival bushcraft kind of conventions. So there'll be all kinds of cool classes there. Some of the people who are on the show alone are there teaching classes. One of the foragers that I really admire is going to be there. So just want to kind of connect with people and meet some people, learn more, pass on what I know, grow my brand, of course, is always a good thing. And let's see, let's hit these questions here. I don't know if this was for anybody specific. I wouldn't say random people from my past yet, but certainly been surprised by some of the people in my personal life that are watching my content, which is about prepping and homesteading and survival and things like that, which is kind of a very narrow niche. I was surprised to find out some of the people that were watching that I didn't know were watching it. What about you all?
I would say probably if they have found my channel, they haven't said anything, and I haven't like specifically told any of my friends, let alone acquaintances, that this is something that I do. Because I didn't want to like start making content based on like what they would think of me. I wanted to make content based on like what I wanted to do. So I would say, but not, I mean, Colin knows obviously because like we live together, and like he's like, what are you doing tonight? But aside from that, no one from like my immediate circle of life really knows that I do this, and if they do, then I don't know. So
okay. Anybody else?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, for me, people definitely know. They'll know because Instagram, Facebook, they kind of geotag. There's people in my life, they just found my content because they were following my personal pages. And I just met people out here in Alberta, like fellow tradeswomen who follow my stuff. So, yeah, and people back in high school that are following my content that I wasn't really too fond of, but that was like years ago. Like I connect with them online, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I agree with what you said, Sarge.
Okay. Fu, you got anybody that randomly found you?
Some of my coworkers would find me on Instagram and stuff, but I don't really tell everybody about stuff I do. Like most of my friends don't know I have a YouTube channel, only like a couple of my close ones and stuff. But yeah, mainly from Instagram, I guess from different tags, or like if some of your friends follow a certain person, you come up and suggest it, and that's how they found me. But yeah, I'm the same way. I don't really tell everybody about my channel. I don't want much of my coworkers watching me work out and stuff. But that's just my preference.
Okay. Had a couple other questions here. So Bacon asked, what was your most epic YouTube moment? I went on an angry rant on one of my live streams. I ended up taking down the live stream. And then several people were messaging me like, hey, I want to know what you said. I was just in a bad place. You know, I know we've all talked about mental health piece of it here. And I was having a bad week that week, and kind of had a feeling like before I went live, I'm like, I probably shouldn't even go live. Like my headspace isn't right now. And I just went on this like tirade. It was something about the economy too. And at this point, I didn't delete it completely. I saved it, but it's private now. And I was just like on a tirade, like in a rotten mood. I think I said some stuff that probably could have been construed as not respecting other people's opinions about certain things with the economy and things like that. And then almost as soon as I was done, I was like, I hate myself right now. And I just took it down. It was just, in retrospect, like I shouldn't have gone live that night, and I kind of knew it. What about you all?
Yeah, I missed that live, and I wish that I hadn't, because I'm so curious now.
I mean, I
But
wasn't like cussing and stuff like that, but it wasn't my usually chipper self that people are used to. That's for sure.
yeah, I mean, I would say for me, like I've just caught some funny moments, like by accident on camera. Like there was this one, I was trying to learn how to do the crow move in yoga, and there were several takes where I just fell flat on my face and caught that on camera. I've had some challenges fail epically where I tried to run for 30 days and then like injured myself on day 2. And, and so like I mean, things like that. I did have a pretty epic one recently. It was on Instagram. I tried to go live during a thunder and lightning storm recently, and I thought it was really cool until lightning struck a tree that was like 20 feet away from me, and I was like, maybe I'll go in. But it's not like that video is just like in and out. So I took the clip where like you actually see the lightning strike, and that'll be in one of my upcoming videos. But yeah, I would say like just like catching funny stuff all the time, and like because if you're vlogging your life and you always have a camera in your pocket, it's so easy to just like whip it out and be like, oh, this is interesting, or this is funny, or yeah.
Awesome. Anybody else? Epic moments for YouTube, either epic good or epic fail. No. All right. Thank you, Shai.
Sarge, I was just gonna say, don't feel bad about going live like that. Like, I think all of us can probably relate to like having, as Jess was saying, our alter egos coming out or whatever. It's just sometimes it just happens.
Oh, I'm okay with it now. I mean, that night though, I was in a pretty bad, like I was beating myself up, like, that was so stupid, Sarge, you're an idiot, like doing all the things that I tell people not to do because I'm a therapist and I know better.
I know.
Yeah. But no, yeah. I'm okay now. I've kind of I can laugh at it now.
Yeah.
Shai, thank you so much for the super sticker. I think I saw one other good question here about filming outside. Let me see if I can find that one.
Oh yeah, something about being, I remember
yes.
that.
Radio Jonesy asked, was there any uncomfortable situations when filming outdoors for any of your channels? I've got a good one. If you all remember, I did that video about camouflaging and like the elements of camouflaging. I was doing that at a park, and I had to keep going into my tent to change into different things and stuff like that. And there was definitely some people who were like off in the distance, like, what the heck is this dude doing? But I just kind of kept going and didn't let it bother me.
That's so funny, Sarge. Oh my gosh.
What about you all?
For me, I have so many clips on my phone where like I start filming and my face is like in the frame, and then all of a sudden it goes down because like somebody is like walking toward me, or because I'm like really self-conscious about like filming things like out, like making it really obvious. So like sometimes like there's like a terrible angle of something. There was one rehearsal where I was trying to film a clip of something. Oh, burpee uncle. Yeah, so like just oh, I hear an echo, I think.
Oh, is somebody got a stream going?
I don't have a stream going. I'm so sorry for being late. I'm old and senile, and I thought it's standard time. Then I realized, oh, you put on the screen, it's 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's like, oh.
I was worried. Well,
there's no echo, right? Is there still an echo?
There's still a little echo, yeah.
Let me see. Let me try to turn. Is it better like this now?
Might be better.
Okay.
Yeah. So the question we had there, by the way, Burpee Yoga Uncle, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. And we're actually getting close to the end here, but you can jump in on these last few questions. Was there, because you film outside a lot too, is there any time when you're filming where like it gets awkward because people start coming over or say something to you? Do you ever have that happen?
No, actually, I want them to come over so I can interview them. So actually, I want to be as like, come here, show. You know, I actually want them to come and talk to me because I want to talk to people in my channel, right? Those are all the spontaneous what I actually search for when I go outside to film. So I am not shy. So I actually ask people to do interviews with me, even when I'm filming. And especially in restaurants, when I do that, they love it. Some are aired, but most of them like it. And then they would talk with me and stuff like that. Some of them would talk to me off the screen, to the video in. But no, I have no problem filming outside. I actually love it. I should do it more.
All right, I have a question since you brought that up. When you do a review for a restaurant, do they ever comp you the meal?
Some of them do. Some of them
nice.
don't. Because I never tell. I'll tell them that channel. I'm doing a review of your restaurant and stuff like that. Sometimes they give me food, sometimes they don't. And then sometimes they have their workers talk to me, but the owner don't want to talk to me. It's so strange.
Awesome. I enjoy those videos a lot. They're really good.
Yeah, I mean, part of YouTube is it's a social media, so I don't want to. I would do a lot of videos of reviews within my city, but it's YouTube, so I don't want people to know what city I'm in. But if I do, I mean, there's so many restaurants here. But a lot of times when I go eat, I don't tell you what place I'm eating at. That's because I'm eating within my own city. But when I go outside that's when I tell you what particular place I eat at.
Gotcha. All right, Celine, you film outside and driving around and stuff, right? Have you ever had any weird situations with that?
Thankfully, no, not yet.
Not yet. And Fu, what about you when you're doing your?
Oh, yeah. I remember this one video. I was dressed as a ninja outside in my neighborhood. It was a video where I ran really fast and I added those special effects and I ran back and forth. There were like kids waving at me because they thought it was a guy dressed as a ninja. But my neighbors who live with me, they pretty much know I filmed these videos because I'm sure some of them could see me in the back dressed as Sub-Zero running around and stuff. But I do plan to do more videos. So the more you do, the more you get used to. I haven't had any bad reaction. But yeah, you see a random guy dressed as a ninja in your backyard.
That's great. I love it. All right, so let's see. I had one more question. So if you in chat, if you all have any further questions, and if I missed any, I apologize. Maybe post it again in caps so I can catch it. But I'm going to go one more time around, and then we'll hit the chat questions one more time if anybody has anything else. So any parting wisdom from any of you? It can be either, if I had to start over, I would do this different, biggest lesson learned, anything like that. What would you like people to know? Celine.
Just have fun. Just have fun with it. That's like above everything. Have fun. Meet new people. Join channels, find channels that you really like, enjoy the process of not just filming, but also editing, and just make videos that you really like doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Just don't stress about it. Have fun. I'm trying to get back to the version of myself of the early Daniela in the first couple of videos because I didn't really care. I wasn't expecting growth. I just kind of want to just put videos out there and see what would happen and, slowly and organically grow and just have fun with it. Just don't stress. YouTube takes time. I know a lot of people who have over 1 million subscribers. They've been doing this for 10 years plus. Throw out Mr. Beast, for example. He's been doing this since he was like 11, 13. And only now he's been able to get really big. So it takes time. So you got to make sure you're doing something you love. And you're not just looking for one reward, that monetary value or being a big YouTuber. No, it's not how it works. You just got to love what you're doing and have fun with it. And I definitely love what I'm doing because I love fitness.
Awesome. Jen?
I would say, so I love what everybody's already said. I'd say get rid of perfectionism. It's not going to be perfect. A lot of times we're in our own way when it comes to stuff like this. So just get out there, just try your best, you know, get a little bit better each time. But it's not going to be perfect. It probably will never be perfect. So just get out there and have fun.
All right, Fu?
Yeah, just bounce on that. Find things you love and enjoy, and make content around that, and just grow, form a community like what we did here, and get out of your comfort zone. That's it.
All right, Uncle.
Yeah, the first and foremost thing is what do you want out of your channel, right? Find the reason for you building your channel. If your channel is for you to get monetized, then find ways of doing that. If your channel is for you to record all your fitness goals, do that. You know, if your channel is to teach people how to do stuff, then do that. You know, figure out what you want to do with your channel and then coincide it with the things that you like to do. You know, you don't want to if you don't like fitness, you don't want to do a fitness channel because you think the fitness channel is going to get monetized. So always figure out what you want to do. And from that point on, then you build your channel. Kind of like the field of dreams, right? If you build it, they will come. They might not come, but you just put it up there because that's what you like to do. And that's the goal for your channel. Always strive to have a goal in your channel and then do it that way. And then if it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. YouTube is very finicky. You know, I've had videos where it didn't go anywhere, and next thing you know, it becomes an evergreen like 6 months later. So you never know when YouTube is going to catch your video, right? And then after that, you will try to replicate it with a similar video, and it never catches. So forget all that. Just do what you like to do and slap everything up on the channel. And there's so many channels that's successful out there that started off with doing one thing, and then they end up doing something else that became more successful. And there's no problem with that. Just because you started off with doing A for your video, for your channel, doesn't mean you're going to be stuck with doing A forever. And then you kind of like the definition of doing the same thing over and over again is basically called insanity or stupidity, right? So basically the same principle. You know, if you're trying to channel and you've been doing this X thing for so many X amount of time and you're getting the same result, well, try the Y thing, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. I mean, people in general don't care. They're finicky already. I mean, in general, people stay in any video like 10 seconds and they leave, a bulk of them. So, you know, it's just behind your goal. Just figure out what your goal is for your channel and go and do it. And don't get stagnant. Don't get stagnant. Like doing the same thing, expecting different results.
And I would say I agree with what everybody's saying there. My parting wisdom would be make friends. It makes it so much more worthwhile to have people like the group that's here. I communicate with them more than I spend time editing, to be honest with you at this point. And my life is richer for it. And not just the people here. I have other friends who are not in chat right now or on stream right now. So make friends and my second piece, I guess, would be don't worry. I know this is hard and we all went through this especially when you're starting, but don't worry too much about the subscriber count. It's gonna go up and down, and YouTube, as everybody has said, sometimes will take away subscribers. Sometimes it's because they're bots. Sometimes it's because they didn't stay on your channel long enough, so YouTube considered it a false engagement. Or sometimes they just unsubscribe because there's channels that I watched 3 years ago that I don't watch anymore, and that's okay. You know, nobody's obligated to stay if they don't enjoy the content, right? So people move on, and that will happen. But don't stress about it. Just keep putting out good content. Believe in your product. Believe in your message, and it will grow. And the thing is, everybody wants to race to that first 1,000, but you get to 1,000, and then what happens, y'all?
That's when the real journey starts.
Yeah, you're just starting, and most of the time you don't have your hours yet, anyways. So then your struggle becomes, I need more hours, I need more hours, I need more hours, and that's the harder part. Like getting to 1,000 subscribers is hard. Yeah, absolutely. Wait till you try getting to 4,000 watch hours within a 365-day year. That's really hard, and that's when you're going to need those friendships to help support you in that. Basically you're going to have to start doing live streams to get those hours and that kind of stuff. So don't stress about the analytics, just have fun, make friends, and that will make the journey so much more worthwhile. All right, let's check. I'm sorry, go ahead.
After YouTube changed their rules of engagement for the channels. I think at the beginning of January 2021. Yeah, 2021. Actually, now it's harder to get subscribers and it's still easier to get watch hours. So the subscribers now is harder to get because once they changed their monetization program, before January 21, what happened is YouTube states that any video that's not monetized, if your channel is not monetized, no ad goes on any of your videos. In January 2021, they changed that rule.
Yeah.
So now, if, for example, you only have 100 subscribers and you all of a sudden have a viral video with 100,000 views, they can put advertisement on those channels, on that particular video, and they don't have to share revenue stream with you. So there is a consensus going on now that it's harder for you to get subscribers. Watch hour is still easy to get. There's ways to be doing that, right? Live stream is one of them. But getting subscribers is harder because they don't want to share revenue with the content providers. So that's why a lot of times you can get you'll get subscribers and it'll go back down, and they're just playing with it. I mean, that's my thought anyway. I mean, I got 1,000 subscribers 8 times before it stuck. It took me a span of almost a month. I mean, I got the watch hours very fast. I mean, I got monetized within 6 months from when I started my channel because I was stupid lucky because most of my videos were burpees and I was doing like anywhere from half an hour to 2 hours every day because it was during COVID in 2020. So I started the channel in April. No, I think April. Yeah, actually, yeah, April. I think October or whatever. I got monetized already. So it was because of luck. But then the worst problem was at that time they start calling all the subscribers, and it took like really 7-8 times for me. I'll get 950. Then the next morning I wake up, it's 920. Then the next 980, and like so many times. So yeah. Getting subscribers the easiest. I mean, the hardest, and then watch hour is actually the easiest. I mean, I can get you, like one of the channel that I help. She was in 2,000. She had 2,000 watch hours in a month. She gained 2,000 watch hours. So wow. she got monetized. So it's not hard to get watch hour, but subscribers.
How did she do that? Was she live streaming?
She did live streams like what you're doing, like with this. Also, she did what is called silent live stream. It's really popular in the Philippines. It is still legal if you're not breaking the rules of engagement from YouTube. It's not unnecessary. So what you want to do is you want to point your camera at, like, I don't know, a bottle or something, anything, fish tank, whatever. Fools doing that, right?
Yeah.
You run the video for maximum of 9 hours. Once you run it for over, like, if you run it longer, sometimes it will get stuck in processing, and it will never become available, right? And you're up. So you run it for less 9 hours, and your orders will watch for all 9 hours, right? And the beauty of it is you'll get the watch hours from there, and then afterwards, that video is also in your channel. And the other subscribers, they can either re-watch it or your loyal can keep watching it, and you'll keep gaining hours. So the first time after I got monetized, I want to test the theory to see if it works. So I ran a silent live stream for 9 hours. That was my very first silent live stream. This is after I got monetized. I want to test the proof of concept, right? Because I want to pay it forward and help all the people that help me. So I ran it, and that 9-hour video in the first 2-3 days, I got like 140 plus hours. Watch hours from that 1 9-hour video. Wow. So the friend that I help in Africa, she did one almost every day, 5-6 hours every day. She did it for like a whole month, and then she got her 2,000 watch hours. Hours are easy, but your subscribers. I mean, I have a lot of people. Augie, you know Augie Fool, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Augie Silver Fitness.
He's at 900 for like 2 years. It's never grow up or down, and then he's completely just disappointed because he would get 10 subscribers and it'll lose all 10, and then that's what YouTube's doing. They're just playing games like that.
Wow.
So, but hey, we're on their platform. We play their game.
Wow, I didn't know that, because Augie has very good content. I love his content. Very informational.
No, he was stuck at 800 and then went to 900. And I have other channels that I work with too. They're all stuck at 900, just 900, all stuck, everything. A lot of put it great content. And then the other thing too is, I think content's overrated. A lot of people put videos up about, hey, you should put SEO this and this and that. I can send you via Instagram multiple channels where they are showing a screenshot of comments. They would get 200 views. No, nothing. I mean, no work at all. I can show you videos of people playing slot machines.
Oh yeah,
thousands of views.
Yeah.
And all has to do with the YouTube. And you, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you know those channels.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird too. What will like I did one of my best videos was me opening a can of canned bread, and like I expected like 100 views off that, and like overnight it got like 4,700, and it was the thumbnail. It was what I finally figured out, because the people looked at the thumbnail and they're like, "What is that?" You know. But it's
you just never know.
It's so weird. You just never know. Yeah. So here's
a
good
that's
question.
Why you want to slap everything and kitchen sink on YouTube, on your channel. I mean, again, what's your purpose of your channel? What do you want to do with it, right? I know what my purpose of my channel is, and then so I'm pushing toward that. And it's changed from the beginning of my original intent. I still incorporate the original intent of my channel, what I want to do with my channel, into my videos, but now it's no longer focus. And if you've been watching my channel, you realize it's no longer my focus, but I still do it. I still put that content on because that's the reason why I started the channel. I never left it. Now I've already moved on to totally different things, keeping my old essence there, because I still want to record everything I could do in my 50s and pretty soon 60s, like fitness wise. But now my channel is anything but that. I mean, I put that information in there, but if you watch my channel, you can almost say it's nothing to do with fitness almost. Every now and then I put up a fitness video, because to me, it's not worth my time to invest in YouTube and get what I'm getting in terms of results. So I want to put in other content that I enjoy, and also it's also for a record. Now it's a record of my cooking too, for my kids. Watch how dad cooks the junk, so when they're away, they don't have to ask me how to mix certain things. They can just watch it, and it's a byproduct. I mean, that's why I changed my channel about a year and a half ago. So it's an ever-evolving thing. You just don't want to stop evolving unless you're happy doing what you're doing. Then you stay where you're at, but then you can't complain about you're not growing. You can't have a cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
So let me jump into this question here. So Bacon, I have gotten help from some large channels a couple times, and I saw whenever that's happened, I did see a significant boost in my subscriber count, and it tended to be people who stuck around and continued to watch my videos. The key is going to be, is it in your niche, is going to be a big factor. So I was on Rogue Preparedness a couple times, had me on, and the Urban Prepper had me on twice. And both of those times I had a pretty good boost. And some other decent sized channels have shouted me out too. Survival Preparedness for Beginners shouted me out, and like all of a sudden I got like 300 subscribers overnight, and I'm like, where did all these people come from? And a couple of them said Survival Preparedness for Beginners sent me over, and I'm like, oh. So I went over and of course gave him a big thanks for that. And I try to pay it forward too for channels that are smaller than mine, kind of like, hey, go check out their channel, go check them out, they're pretty cool. So what about the rest of you?
Yeah, I touched on this earlier. I got a shout out from 2 larger fitness channels, and I'm still very close with one of them, Louise's Journey. Beatrice herself, but she supports me still here and there. Yeah, I got 2 shout outs. That really helped, because she shouted me out when I was at like 999 subscribers, 999. I woke up the next morning and there were 3,000. I'm like, I didn't do anything. What's going on? And I didn't know what people in the comments were telling me. They're like, Beatrice shouted you out. I was like, oh, thank you. So, yeah. Anyone else?
To be honest, after you get 1,000 subscriber, there's really no difference between 1,000 and 10,000 subscribers if you're not getting the view counts from them. Because after you get monetized, especially after you get your 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours, your sole goal, besides when you say you want to grow your channel, my definition of growing my channel is only growing my view counts.
Yeah.
Per video. I don't really care about my watch hours anymore. I don't care about my subscribers. When I first started, after I got monetized, I want to get to I want to get to 2,000K, which I'm saying in the beginning of my video, but it's only a goal. It's useless. Whether I get 1,001 subscriber or 2,000 subscriber, it doesn't matter if I'm still getting 50 views per video. So there's multiple channels that everybody here have visited, 50,000 subscriber. You go click on their video, it's got 25 views. Like, what's the use, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, if any of you are monetized, like Prepping with Sarge, your goal is only views. That's all that matters to YouTube. You know, so I concentrate only in can I get more subscribers in many ways? Yeah, I can, but why would I waste that time? I rather put in the time to make evergreen videos. Hopefully, every time. That's what I try to do now, and I don't really care about watch hours or view counts. I only care when the video goes in, like, is it going to go viral, or is it going to get 1,000? And that's all. Like, that's that's the sole goal of my channel now, is to put up content where it will become evergreen, hopefully.
Thanks for sharing that, because I was struggling with that earlier on before I got into a car accident. So I wasn't uploading for 3 months, so my views count went down. But before that, I was getting quite a lot of views, but I was frustrated about the subscribers. But you're right. Even Mr. B said YouTube only cares about view duration and keeping people on YouTube. And my latest video didn't get a lot of views, but the view duration's high. So I'm like, okay, so I'm trying to start rebuilding my views again, because people don't know I'm back on YouTube. So thanks for sharing that. I'm not going to worry about the subscribers, because
you don't. I mean, the only reason why some people would care about subscribers is their views connect with the amount of subscription, and then they can get affiliate marketing. So I got 10,000 subscriber, and each one of my video gains 5,000 view. That would sound better than, hey, I got 2,000 subscriber, and each of my video get 10,000 view. Because the advertisers your affiliate marketing, right? When you're approaching a company and they're looking at you going, well, okay, they only got 5,000 view. Oh, but I got 10,000 subscriber. That's a big reach versus, oh, you got 10,000 view, but you only got 2,000 subscriber. That's not a lot of subscribers, you know? So that's the only reason why you want to get a lot of subscribers, but then to actively pursue them instead of pursue views, to me, unless you're really going into affiliate marketing, you're trying to get advertisers to advertise with you, it's kind of like wasting your time, and which is money. You know, I don't do that. I don't try to get new subscribers anymore. I mean, I would help. You know, they come to my channel, I would support them. So I would do that, but I'm not gonna. You know, when I first started, I would actually go channel that never seen before, and you know, we all did that. But I haven't done that in so long, because it's not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it'll just grow. It doesn't grow. It doesn't grow. I don't care every video I put up how many views I get.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to start to wind this one down. I appreciate everybody's giving me so much of your Saturday. Really, it's been awesome. The audience has been awesome. There's been some great questions out there. And thank you, the 5 of you, for joining me. I really do consider you not just content creators that I personally admire, but I consider you friends. And my life is richer because of this experience. And you all have helped me so much. Everything that's evolved out of my channel personally has been stuff that I've learned from talking to people in this group here, and a couple other people that weren't here. People like Brad helped me out, and Kevin X Conde's been helping me out, things like that. So it's been, that really is the best part of the journey for me. Do y'all have anything you want to plug real quick before we wind this one down? This is if you've got I know, Jen, you've got classes and stuff like that. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So if anybody wants to do, I only teach online. So I do online yoga, I do group coaching programs, and I do one-on-one coaching. So if that's something you're interested in, whether you want to start or just try to get more consistent, or are on some kind of journey of growth and healing and all that stuff, then come check me out. I'm a little bit more active on Instagram now than I am on YouTube. Hopefully I'll get back into YouTube soon. But I'm really engaged in the DMs and stuff like that. So just shoot me a DM and we can chat. And just thanks for listening. And Sarge, thanks for having me here. And it's been so great seeing everyone here. So yeah.
Awesome. All right. I'm kind of jumping around here. Celine, what do you want to plug? What do you got coming up?
Coming up, I am finishing up my wedding week videos. we're coming to an end here. Probably on Wednesday will be the last one, but I do have a premiere tomorrow evening, I think at 5 p.m. I'll have to double check that. Eastern time. So I've got that coming up tomorrow. So if you want to come by and chat, it's a short video, so like it won't be too much of your time. And then beyond that, I've got school starting up again. I've got music starting up again. So the music videos will come back, and yeah. And thank you, Sarge, so much. Thank you, everyone. It was so great to like see you like in real time. And thanks for everyone in the chat for sticking around and interacting.
Mm-hmm. All right, Daniela, what do you got coming up?
For me, I'm just continuing on with what I'm doing, trying to stay consistent, going for uploading 2 times a week. And I actually for my son. It's just a fun thing. It's called AJ Games Roblox because he's 8 years old. He loves it. He got me Roblox, so I started a channel for him. But it's so easy to edit gaming videos. Is to edit my videos. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to get back into the swing of YouTube. I'm still recovering from car shoulder issues and concussion. But yeah.
All right, thank you. Fu, what you got coming up?
Well, feel free to give me a follow on Instagram. Once again, once I get to 8,000 followers, I'm doing a couple of giveaways, some on YouTube and Instagram, and for people who subscribe on my website and stuff. But yeah, everyone for tuning in, and feel free to check out my channel too. Tattoo Ronan.
And Uncle, what you got coming up?
Well, just like my intro says, right? Well, every video I put up, fitness, foodies, and the fabulous absurd. You're never gonna know what you're gonna get from your unk. So I have things coming up. I might start a different channel, but doing it a completely different way. It'll be completely anonymous. I'm gonna add maybe different avenues of trying to gain more viewerships on my YouTube videos. So, but I have to test them first to see if they work. And if they work, then I would share it again with everyone. You know, I'll post it on how I would gain, because I got a couple of ways of trying to gain more viewership because I've studied other channels that grew real big fast. And I'm going to test that. And then the other thing I want to test too is I want to run a channel where we don't do this comment for comment thing and just purely on content and test that. And then that one, you won't see me in there. It will be mostly about the city I'm in, because I think the city I'm in is a big attraction to begin with already. So that one is going to be anonymous. And then, but if it does work, I'll let you folks know how it worked. And you know, because I want to pay everything forward, because it's almost like I'm fighting the Goliath, which is YouTube, right? We're all little small content creators, and I just want to beat YouTube. To me, this is like a game. To me, like every time I put out a video, I'm thinking I'm going to beat the algorithm. I mean, that's how I approach it. I mean, obviously, being monetized, we make money, but it's like what, for a cup of coffee or something? It's not worth it if you're doing it for money. But so for me, it's like a game. I treat this thing like a complete game. You know, instead of playing PUBG or whatever, I play this game called YouTube, trying to get over.
Awesome. Well, thank you all. I don't have anything to plug today. I will have more videos coming, of course. And next Friday, I will be back with the Friday Night Prepper Pre-Party Show. I do have a couple guests coming up soon. Cold War Prepper is going to be on my channel pretty soon. And that's pretty much it. If you haven't checked out last night's video, I did upload a video on improving your foraging skills. That was part of the 30 days of preparedness. So check that out as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put a bow on this one. Once again, I want to say thank you so much to everybody in chat, and also especially to the guests tonight for sharing their Saturday night with us. You all are awesome. Really appreciate you. And we're going to go ahead and close this one out. Keep planting your seeds. Keep stacking your silver. This is the Class of 2020 reunion.
Bye.